The mop slipped from Arman Qureshi's exhausted hands and clattered loudly against the marble floor, echoing through the silent office tower like a mistake too big to hide. For a moment, he froze, heart pounding, eyes darting toward the glass walls of executive offices that never seemed to sleep. He wasn't supposed to be here this late. He wasn't supposed to notice things. And he definitely wasn't supposed to care enough to fix them. But sometimes, survival doesn't give you a choice. Before we go any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the quiet strength of people who refuse to give up, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Kindness Verse. Your support helps stories like this reach hearts that need them. Arman had never imagined his life would shrink into night shifts and borrowed time. Just 3 years earlier, he had been a skilled electrical technician with steady work, a modest home, and laughter that filled the evenings. But everything changed the day his wife passed away unexpectedly, leaving him alone with his 6-year-old daughter, Meher. Grief didn't just take her, it took the stability of his world. Bills piled up, jobs slipped away as he struggled to balance work and childcare, and eventually, pride gave way to necessity. The night cleaning job at the towering corporate headquarters was supposed to be temporary. Just something to keep food on the table, rent barely paid, and Meher's school fees from becoming a distant dream. Every night, after tucking her into bed in their small apartment, Arman would walk miles under flickering streetlights, carrying a quiet determination that no one ever saw. The building itself was a different universe. During the day, it buzzed with sharp suits, confident voices, and decisions that moved millions. At night, it was hollow and cold, reduced to humming machines and endless corridors that smelled faintly of polish and ambition. Arman moved through it like a ghost, unseen, unheard, unnoticed. Until that night. It started with a flicker. On the 14th floor, where the company's data operations were housed, Arman noticed something unusual. A server room door, slightly ajar. A faint, irregular buzzing sound that didn't belong. Most people would have ignored it. It wasn't their job. It wasn't their problem. But Arman had spent years understanding electricity, patterns, and the subtle language of machines. He paused, listening carefully, his instincts sharpening through fatigue. Something was wrong. He pushed the door open slowly, stepping into the cool, sterile room filled with blinking lights and towering racks of equipment. At first glance, everything seemed normal. But then he saw it, a panel on one of the main power units, slightly loose, emitting a faint, dangerous hum. A faulty connection. His breath caught. He knew what that meant. If left unattended, it could cause overheating, system failure, maybe even a fire. And this wasn't just any system, it was the backbone of the company's operations. One failure here could cost millions, shut down services, and destroy reputations overnight. Arman looked around. No one. No supervisors. No engineers. Just him. He hesitated, fear creeping in. He wasn't authorized. If something went wrong, he could lose the only job he had left. But then he thought of Meher, her small hands clutching his shirt, her quiet question every night, asking if everything would be okay. He couldn't walk away. Carefully, he set aside his cleaning supplies and approached the panel. His hands, though tired, moved with practiced precision. He assessed the damage, tightened the loose connection, adjusted the wiring just enough to stabilize the current. Every second felt like a risk, every movement a gamble. The buzzing softened. Then stopped. The light steadied. Arman exhaled, a long breath he didn't realize he'd been holding. He stepped back, wiping sweat from his forehead, a quiet sense of relief settling in. He had done it. He had prevented something big. Something no one else had even noticed. He picked up his mop and turned to leave. Who authorized you to be in here? The voice cut through the silence like a blade. Arman turned sharply, his heart dropping. Standing at the doorway was a man in a crisp suit, his presence commanding, his gaze sharp and unyielding. This wasn't security. This wasn't management. This was someone higher. Far higher. Arman's mind raced. Words stumbled in his throat. He tried to explain, to justify, but all that came out was a fragmented truth. He had seen a problem. He had fixed it. He hadn't meant to overstep. The man didn't respond immediately. Instead, he stepped into the room, his eyes scanning the panel Arman had worked on. His expression shifted, almost imperceptibly, from suspicion to something else. Recognition. "You fixed this?" he asked, his tone quieter now. Arman nodded, unsure whether he was about to be fired or escorted out. The man studied him for a long moment, as if trying to piece together a puzzle that didn't quite make sense. A night cleaner with the knowledge to repair critical infrastructure? It wasn't adding up. "What's your name?" the man asked. "Arman. Arman Qureshi." The man nodded slowly. "I'm Raheel Sadiq, CEO of this company." The words hit Arman like a shockwave. For a moment, the room felt smaller, heavier. He lowered his gaze instinctively, expecting reprimand, maybe even termination. But instead, Raheel did something unexpected. He smiled. Not a wide smile, not exaggerated, just a small, genuine acknowledgement. "Do you know what you just prevented?" Raheel asked. Arman shook his head. "A system failure that could have cost us millions by morning." Silence hung between them. Raheel looked at him again, this time not as a cleaner, but as something else entirely. Someone capable. Someone overlooked. "Why are you working as a cleaner?" he asked. And for the first time in a long while, Arman told the truth. About his wife. About Meher. About the jobs he lost. About how life had slowly cornered him into survival mode. He didn't ask for sympathy. He didn't expect it. But something in his voice carried the weight of everything he had endured. Raheel listened quietly. The next morning, everything changed. Arman was called into an office, not to be dismissed, but to be offered something he never imagined. A position. A real one. In maintenance and system support. Training. Stability. A chance to rebuild. It wasn't charity. It was recognition. Weeks turned into months. Arman worked harder than ever, not out of fear, but out of gratitude and purpose. He learned, adapted, grew. And every evening, when he returned home, Meher noticed the difference. The tiredness in his eyes was still there, but now it was accompanied by something new. Hope. One day, she asked him why he smiled more now. Arman simply said that sometimes, even in the darkest nights, doing the right thing can change everything. And it had. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you that kindness and courage often go unseen but never unrewarded, please take a moment to like, comment, and share. Stories like these survive because people like you believe in them. And before we end, here's a special request. Comment below with the word hope if you believe that even the smallest actions can lead to the biggest changes. Because somewhere out there, someone is standing at their lowest point, one choice away from changing their life.